Hello and welcome back to another video of Python 2020. In this video, we will see how to read email using Microsoft Graph API. So to perform any action using Microsoft Graph API, we need these details that you can see on your screen. How to get these details from Azure, I have already covered in my previous video. Please find the link in description. These are the parameters and headers that we will use in this video, and you will get Microsoft Graph document link in description for reference. Before go ahead, it is request to you. If you like the content of this video, so please hit the like button. One like is a big support for our YouTube channel, and subscribe my channel for more video. Go ahead and let's start the video. The UiPath Studio. I have created a workflow. Here you can see read mail. And here I am using one sequence. This sequence for token. Here we send the request for token. This is a step I have already covered in my last video. Go to activity, and here I'm using HTTP request. You can drag and drop here. Here we will give the URL, okay, token URL. And here we'll use post method and response for JSON and add parameters. First is brand type. Here we will give the value client credential. Again add parameters, client ID, so here I'm using client ID variable, and again add parameter. This is add parameter for client secret ID. Client secret. Again I'm using client secret variable here, and add parameter. This is for scope, and here I'm using this HTTP request. Click on OK. Come down, little, come down, and go to the output. Here I'm using here you can see response content. So we have to create a variable for that, and create variable as a token response. And after that, we will use deserialize activity. Deserialize JSON. I'm using. Take and drag and drop here. Here we'll give the token response variable, and here we have to create a variable, okay, and right line. I'm using a right line activity we will take, and token response object, JSON object, okay. I'm using access token to string, okay. Now save it and run it. So this is basically for we are trying to generate a token. Okay. Let's see output. Here you can see token is generated. Okay. Now next step is close it first, and here go to the activity. Here I am using one assign. This is assigned for a token value. So simple, copy this right line string, paste here, and here I'm creating a variable like access token, access key and token key, whatever you want, you can keep here. I'm using as a token key. Okay, maybe the reason is sequence. Okay, so here you can see error is not coming now, and minimize it. Here I'm using another sequence. So that sequence I'm using for read mail. Okay, so go to the activity, type, and you can drag and drop here. Here I'm rename this like read mail. Okay, now go to the activity and type HTTP request. So here we will use the token. In this HTTP request, we will use token. So this URL I'm using here. Here you can see we will add only messages. So this URL I'm using here and get method, because we read the message. Okay, and accept the response type. So always JSON and parameters. So here we add headers, not parameters. Okay, go to the headers, add headers, and here first is authentication. So authentication is, here we will use our access token. Okay, and we can say token key. We have created a variable name as a token key. Token key, this is the token. Okay, we will use again add headers. So this is header for content type. Content type. Okay, so this is always application JSON. Application JSON. Okay, now click on OK. Go to the activity. Again, we will use Deserialize activity. Deserialize activity. Take and drag and drop here. Okay. Now I have not created a response output. So go to the output and control K. I'm creating a variable as a mail response. Okay. Then go to the deserialize JSON. Here same we are using mail response, and here we will create a variable control key and mail response object I am using here. Now we will use right line. Go to the activity, right line, take and drag and drop here. Here we will use mail response object dot to 3 and save it and run it. So here you can see output. This output will get and whole output in JSON format. You can see this is the JSON format. So first of all, So this JSON format I want to write in text file. Okay, so I can, so I go to the activity, write line, write text file, take and drag and drop here. We will use mail response object variable dot to string. Now I'm giving the name as a dot txt json text, okay, dot txt. Now run, save it and run it. This line write text file activity I'm using for you, so I can show you. Here you can see text files. Now here you can see all text in JSON format. Okay, so here you can see this is the blocks like for and subject, sender. This is the different blocks we can see. Okay. So first here you can see from value. It is start from like a array. So here we have to use deserialize array. It first we go to the, and here we will use deserialize JSON array. Deserialize JSON array activity. Take and drag and drop here, and here we will give the uh, output of JSON. Deserialize JSON output. Okay, I'm giving main chat, and here we will show you, we will break from value word. Okay, so here we have to give the value like same name we have to use, like there is a small letter, so we will use small, and create a variable using deserialize JSON array. Okay, now after that I will use for each loop, each for each loop. Okay, take and drag and drop here. First we will use uh, deserialize JSON array output. This one deserialize JSON array. Okay, and deserialize JSON array. Okay. Now here you can see current token. It's already taken. Okay. Now right line activity. Right line activity we will use. So first uh, I'm using like this. So we will understand array. This right line I'm using for better understanding. Okay. Again, I'm using right line. So this right line, I'll go to the output first, and now here you can see we have break from this value word, and after that I want to, here I want receive date time. Okay, so first close it. The activity line, take and drag and drop here, and here we will use current token, and the double quotation name is a receive date. Okay, dot string we will use. Let's see receive date time is coming or not. It's done. Now come down. Here you can see our array is started from here, and this is the receive time. Here you can see all all mail receive time is we are getting. Now we want, I'll show you, go to the project, text file. Now here you can see we are getting receive date and time. And now I want subject also. So for subject, go to the, again we will take right line activity. This is right line activity for subject. So current token, bracket, double quotation, and object, object, to subject is coming properly or not. Okay. So here you can see subject also coming, and next this is for first go to the JSON file and come down, and here you can see some block is there like from. So here you can see this block is, and from here you can see this. So first we will use right line. We can drag and drop here, and current token, and uh, like bracket and from. Okay. So string and then so let's see before after. Let's see what is coming. Here you can see from. So we are getting from like this. So we have to use another deserialize activity to the activity and use deserialize JSON. So and here write current token, and same we will use like from. First we have to first I want name and address and email ID also I want. So let's see what it will happen. Okay. So here I'm using from. I'm using. You can say we are getting from after from like string. Here control K. I'm creating a variable as a deserialize. Deserialize from object. Okay. Object. Now it will be right Now go to the activity and write line activity we will use here. Same variable that I have created. Deserialize Json from object. Okay, and here we will use email address. Here you can see this email address we will give. Okay, this email address we will give. Right, email address. In the end, type to string. Yes, email address. You can see we will write and save it and run. Here you can see we are getting email ID. Okay, now down. Yeah, here you can see now we are getting time and subject and email ID, email address. So here you can see we are not getting email address because here is object is also is there. Okay. Now I want name or address. So here you can see this is the another block like square. You can see curly braces is there. So again we have to use deserialize activity, take and drag and drop here, and this is for email address. Here I'm using like object right here. We have to write same name like whatever what is there like email address same name we have to write like email and dot to string. Okay, now create a variable. This is for email address. Okay, so I'm creating a variable as a control K and deserialize object for deserialize Json for mm, email address. Email. Okay. Please keep the name identical. Please keep the name identical. Okay. So you can now I'm using right line. The activity type right line activity we will use. Okay. Take and drag and drop here and here. We will use deserialize email address object and here go to the JSON file and here I show you first I want name and second is address. Oops. Oh, name, sorry. So name, I give the like name dot to string and now done and same this and paste and here I'm changing the address. Now we will get the name and address. Okay, let's save and run it. Okay, let's see. Come down. Now here you can see name also coming. Okay. Date, time, subject, email, everything we are touching. Okay. Close it. You can see that I have done with from. So you can do with sender also. So this is for best practice for you. Okay. So here our workflow has executed successfully. Hope you like the video. Please hit the like button and share your review in comment and subscribe my channel. I will see you in the next video with new topic on UiPath. Till then, happy learning.